Hey, what's up guys, Friday here, and welcome to my first class guide for Cube World, where today we're going to be talking about the Ranger class. So let's get right down to it. I don't know why I'm doing that, but okay. Ranger. First thing we're going to talk about are the two different specs, and nothing else. So you have Sniper spec, which, as you see here, it says snipers use the ability to stealth, to hide from enemies, and eliminate their enemies with aim shots. And hit series, your attack speed is increased with each hit. So we'll look at that real quick. So basically you get your attack speed increased with each hit, and you also get the ability to aim, which is your number 3 ability. So we'll look at both of those right now. So right now I have a bow on, which is already very fast. And you should see that his tempo increases a little bit. It seems to get faster. Okay, that was not what I intended. I was going to see if it's showing my tempo speed up. You can see it initially happen, and it kind of tapers off. And then your right click, no matter what, is the same, whether you're scout or sniper. But your main thing with sniper is this right here, is your aim skill. And this isn't that great because once you attack, you're out of stealth. Well, you'll actually still be in stealth, but everything aggro's on you, starts chasing you. So in a group setting, this might be useful if you're able to just, post up in a spot and have a tank and just keep doing this. But I have better luck and do more damage in scout mode, and just being able to, because scout, you just do so much more damage. So that's sniper class. It's not really, it's the weaker of the two. So to respec, I've showed this in a previous video. You come to your trainer here, click the air spec you want to spec into, and just click learn. So now we are scout, and our number 3 changed to scout swiftness, which is awesome. You can move and attack faster, last 10 seconds. So right now I have it at level 40. My movement and attack speed are increased by, is that 80%? And the cooldown is only 36 seconds, so it's a pretty fast cooldown. So let's take a look at, this is normal fire rate, all right? And then this is, and then also, your scout, your intuition. Your attacks have a chance to make your next special attack instantly chargeable. So sniper is, your attack speed is increased with each hit, which is okay, but this intuition is way better. Your attacks have a chance to make your next special attack instantly chargeable. So as you can see, I'm glowing pink right now. That means when I fire off my right click, when that procs, it's instant. Whereas if you didn't have that, you would have to sit here and charge it up before it got to 100%, and then you would have to fire it. So this thing procs constantly, no matter whether you're using a crossbow, a bow, a boomerang. It procs way faster just because the boomerang hits so fast. So the intuition almost makes this spec like the trump. But then your scout swiftness is also amazing. Here's my regular attack speed. Now watch me turn on scout swiftness, and regular movement speed too. So we're gonna turn on scout swiftness. So you turn into like a fucking machine gun. Your intuition procs like crazy because you're attacking so fast, and you're just a damage machine. So yeah, scout swiftness is pretty much awesome. We'll show it with well, we're not going to specialize on the weapons. Is going to be the next thing we're going to talk about. So those are your two specs. You have scout, you have sniper. Sniper, once again, you have aim, which is meh, and then your hit series, which is also meh. If you have fast tempo, it doesn't matter anyways. Your scout, you have scout swiftness, which is awesome, and then the intuition, which makes you have that pink proc on you, and then you have instant cast for your right mouse, which is awesome. So let's move on to weapons. All right, guys, now we're going to talk about weapons. So as a ranger, you get to use bows, crossbows, and boomerangs. Currently, out of crossbows and bows, I prefer crossbows. Bows are usually faster, have a faster tempo overall, faster fire rate. But I like your right click, your magic power. I feel is it works a little bit better on crossbows. It has both will do an area of effect stun, but I feel it's a little bit stronger on the crossbow. And boomerangs are good if you're in a group. If you're by yourself, I do not recommend boomerangs because the range is too short. But we will go over the weapons right now so you guys can see the difference. So we're going to start with the bow. And here's the bow. We're going to aim right at the bullseye. We're pretty close, so we should hit it. And as you see, the bow shoots pretty quick. The right click does that. It is a burst fire. And those have a chance of stunning, area of effect. But like I said, the crossbow seems to be more effective. So here's what I want you to see about the bow is the range is okay, but you have to start really arcing your shots. Where the crossbow, the power behind your projectiles is a bit stronger, and I feel like you get a bit more range. So it's a little bit easier to aim with the crossbow, I think. So yeah, you have to start arcing a lot more with the bow to hit stuff. You see how far I am above the target? You can see better if I zoom in. So this is with the bow. I'm having to arc quite a ways above it to hit it. And let's go look at the crossbow now. And for whatever reason, your bows and your crossbows go in your left hand, your boomerangs go in your right hand. So you'll see that when I go to put the boomerang on. All right, so now we're on the crossbow, and the shots, you see they're a little bit more powerful. I'm able to drop my crosshair down a little bit more. They do fly a little bit further. And the tempo is still pretty strong. And you fire one single bolt for your right mouse, but it crits usually a little higher, and the area of effect stun on it is a bit more powerful in my opinion. So that's why I usually prefer crossbows over bows. And here's where the Ranger really stands out as a class is, let's see how long we can keep this thing in our sights. You could probably have it in our sights from that tree up there. Let me see. Is it still? Let me see. Yeah, okay. This is about as far away from the targets as we can be. Where they disappear. They disappear right there. So here's where a Ranger becomes awesome. You can hit stuff from this far away with a bow or a crossbow. So kiting becomes an amazing skill for you because you can just simply fire at stuff and run backwards, and as soon as stuff gets close, you hit your number 2, which is retreat, and you can create that distance again and continue to kite. And with your right click, always your secondary attack always proccing because of your intuition, you get free cast and you're always stunning stuff. It's very easy to kite in open spaces solo. We'll show a little bit of that in our part of the video, but we're going to show the boomerang real quick so you guys can see why this isn't so good for solo. Here, as you see, I can't equip it to the left weapon, but the right weapon I can. So you saw the range from the bow and the crossbow, and the boomerang. You can see I moved a lot closer, and I still can't hit the target. You have to get in really close. I just started hitting it. The closer you are, you will hit your target and the boomerang will stop and do lots of damage. So the closer you are, the better your boomerang actually works. So the closer you are, the more it actually hits. Can't really count the hits, but the further you get away, the less it hits because it's on a fixed it's basically on a fixed throw time. Like you throw it and as soon as you throw it, it's coming back in the same amount of time no matter how far away you are. So like if we get here, we get one hit on it pretty soon. So we get like one or two hits right here. Because it's, like I said, it's coming back in the same amount of time no matter what. If we close the gap, it's going to stay out longer because it's in close. And as you can see, you hit a whole lot every time you throw it out. So your intuition is going to proc like crazy. And your right click on the boomerang is you throw 2. And then you can throw the 3rd. So you can do... I'll try to show you guys here so you can see it a little better. So your right click throws 2, and then you can throw another one, your regular attack. So you can put a lot of damage on a pack of mobs in a group setting. If you're by yourself, it's a little bit more difficult. Something people have been doing with the boomerang is With spirit stones, they have been, or spirit cubes, rather, which I cannot. Where are they? I cannot see them. Oh, another crap. Whatever, wherever your spirit cubes are. I think I have to be at the stupid crafting station, which is actually it's over here. We'll just run over there real quick, using our retreat skill to do a super jump. So to put spirit cubes in anything, you come over here. This is a whole nother video, and the unholy spirits. If you load up a boomerang with unholy spirits, people have said that you will do crazy amounts of lifesteal because the spirit cubes work off of your combos, and if you have a boomerang, we'll go back over to the targets. You'll see that the you build combos really fast, especially once you throw out your special. You combo like crazy, so you'll do crazy lifesteal if you load up your boomerangs with unholy cubes. So that's a quick little boomerang tip. With the other two, I mean, spirit cubes is a whole nother video, but basically unholy and wind spirits are the only thing that are even decent right now, and you have to your weapon can hold 32 cubes, and you pretty much have to use 32 of your, as close as you can to your current power level. So for me, I would have to be using like, mid 90 spirit cubes, and I would need 32 of them to get the best effect. So it takes a lot. So that's the weapons in a nutshell. We're gonna move on to the next part of the video, so I'll be right back with that. Okay, the next thing we're gonna talk about are your skills. All right, and your skills are these. Your 1 and 2. These do not change. You're always gonna have kick or retreat, regardless of what spec you are. So kick, you repulse all enemies in front of you in melee range with a bolt kick, and it has a chance to stun them. And retreat, this makes you jump back to get away from mobs. And as you can see, the more you leveled up, the lower the cooldown gets, and the more the distance is increased. As we're with kick, the same thing. The distance of how far they get kicked away from you increases, and the cooldown decreases. So let's look at kick. So what kick basically does, it does like a roundhouse in front of you in like a 180-degree cone. So with a single target, you can't really tell too well, but we will get to a pack of mobs, and I will show you at the end of the video, the overview. I'll show you how the kick works in a big pack of mobs, but definitely get a lot of points into this. If once you can, I mean, really dump some points into it, because right now I have my cooldown at less than a second. So when you're soloing, this can be very handy to basically spam this. I can kick, more than once every second, which is awesome. It really helps when you're trying to create distance and get away from stuff. Now we're going to talk about retreat. So in a regular setting, if you're kiting, you're going to be, running backwards, and when something gets too close and you want to get away, just hit your 2, and you do a big leap, and you can actually keep bouncing it, like I just did, and you can create huge distances between you and your target, and you can continue to kite very easily. The devs know about you being able to do these huge leaps, and they seem to have left it alone. So this could very well be in the game for quite a while. It may not make it to full release, but for now in alpha, it's staying there. So it's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool skill to have as a ranger, to be able to leap small buildings and jump over trees and stuff, and jump a football field. So those are 2 skills. They're both pretty awesome. The retreat isn't as great when you're in a dungeon, but kick is very good in a dungeon. Like if you're in a dungeon, and sometimes if you want, what I'll do is I'll open up, I'll hit my scout, so I run real fast, and I'll run in and kick a group of mobs and knock them all down and stun them, and then I'll run back and start shooting them. Something I kind of do myself. But now we're going to get really quickly onto the pets and talk about pets for the ranger, so I'll be right back with that. Okay, so pets. Pets for the ranger. The ranger, you are a ranged DPS, so the most important pet you could have would probably be a turtle. That's what I have as my main pet. I have Raph here. The turtles are also rideable. You find them near Any water in any biome. They can be near any lake or ocean. They're usually only by water though, and they're pretty awesome. Oh, you can see he knows I was attacking that thing. They are very, very tanky, guys. They are ridiculous. Also, if you didn't notice that, I just hit T. That will de-aggro your pet off of what you're attacking. The only way to make your pet attack is to actually start attacking something, at least that I know of. That's the only pet command I know. Let me look at the menu here. Key menu. T. Yeah, T just, it says call pet. So it calls pet to you no matter where it is. And then you hit F1 to access this menu, by the way, guys. Did not know that. Okay, so Turtle. He does a fairly good amount of melee damage, and he also he holds aggro decent. But unfortunately, the Ranger does so much damage, nothing can really hold aggro off of you. So he can also stun though too, which is great. So he can throw in a stun and knock some stuff down for you. But he's definitely the best pet for the Ranger. As a range class, you want a pet that's going to be able to get up in there. So he's my favorite pet to have as a Ranger. If you weren't going to use him, I'd say you want to use a range pet. Your next best bet would be to use a Spitter. Should I have one here? Want to see him? There's a Spitter. He'll start shooting. The cool thing about a Spitter is they're basically a water mage, and they put the puddles on the ground that heal you. But as a Ranger, you're never going to be right here next to the target. You're going to be out here away. So you're not going to benefit from the heals as a Ranger. Now, a Warrior or a Rogue would benefit from having a pet like this, because they're in here fighting in close, and they would get these heals. So, but if you just want a straight up damage pet, the Spitter is pretty much good for anybody. So, now that we're done talking about the pets, we'll go on to the last part, which is the overview, and we're going to go over the skills and show you how to implement them, and yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, here we are. We're on my seed 55216. We're at Narin Lake, which is due west of the main city, Chromie City. It's 2 grid spaces west. Takes you about 2-3 minutes to get there from the town on a turtle or whatever your pet is that you ride. And we are going to show you how this Ranger works in the field with in the scout spec, because the sniper spec we don't care about. But out here we're going to show you what the Ranger's all about. Show you exactly how kiting works. Show you the differences between the weapons out here. So here's what a Ranger could do that every other class can't, and that's you can aggro something from all the way over here, or you can walk into a knoll and you can proceed to whip his ass like I just did. But we got moving targets. We're just going to spam a little bit until we get one of them. Sometimes it helps if you zoom in. Doesn't help when you have that stupid ride on your screen because of the turtle. But we got one. And he's going to die before he gets anywhere near us to even shoot at us. I got the experience. Whatever loot he dropped, we just go pick up. So mages can probably do this at range as well, but I don't think they can do it as efficiently as a Ranger. I procced my special, so we're going to fire it off. I missed it. And I'm just going to strafe a little bit to avoid getting shot. We aggro 2. We could probably kill both of them before they even get a shot off at us. And we can. So that's with the bow, or the crossbow. Let's do the regular bow so you guys can see that. It's pretty much the same. It's just you have to arc your shots a little more. They don't go as far. I have to aim a little bit more to get them. I got 3 things. I should stunned all of them. But like I said, I find that the stun on the crossbow, it seems to work better on giant packs most of the time. But this is how you kite with a Ranger. You see the turtle went in there and did his job. So next thing I want to show you is the boomerang and why it's not as good as the other things for kiting. So it works. Don't get me wrong, it works okay. This is a low level place. Like I'm a bit overpowered to be here, but you can't create that range to where you kill things before they even have a chance to shoot at you. If you're fighting against a ranged monster, it's going to be able to shoot at you almost guaranteed before, and you can't be out of range completely from it and still hitting it. Like, see, it's able to shoot at me. If I had the crossbow, I'd be able to attack it without it being able to shoot at me because I'd have that much distance. So here is where the ranger's most potential is for being a master of range and kiting things. I'm gonna aggro the rest of the mobs out here in this field, including these guys. There's a pack of jerk faces. We used our retreat to pretty much aggro everything, and we're gonna use it to kind of gather everything up. That's gonna kind of gather everything up into a somewhat manageable pack, and we're just gonna keep strafing around it until everything dies. Strafing with your scout is you're pretty much fast enough to where nothing can actually hit you. And if you need to dodge roll, just dodge roll some and then retreat some more. But you can kill giant packs of enemies like this all at the same time. Works quite well. If someone gets too close, roundhouse it like I just did. And yeah, this is how you roll as a ranger. This is it. Kill whole fields of enemies by yourself. Just kite around. Your pet should go in there and do some stuff. And yeah, I could show you guys killing a boss real quick too. This is actually we'll have to fast forward through this and talk over it. So I'll get the boss and be right back. All right, so here I am pulling the boss from a mile away, which is always fun. Get a whole bunch of damage on it before it gets anywhere near you. Mob just ran up on me, but I'm able to kick him away. And I'm able to activate my scout and retreat some before anything can get any closer to me. The boss got out of range. No, he's right there. I was missing him. I was missing him. So this is a good spot to kite the boss in this spot. The area where I'm at. You want to kill any... Oh, I thought he was an ad. You see the turtles holding some aggro? Doesn't always happen like that. Usually it's really tough for them. But yeah, I got aggro back, it looks like. So I'm going to activate my stealth again. Or my scout. See him procking like crazy. Getting big old combos. And this is a ranged boss, so this is extra easy because I'm able to just kind of stand here. But we're going to fast forward through this because you guys don't want to watch me fight this thing for 10 minutes. Since the boss is almost dead, we'll talk about the strat real quick for a ranged boss. What you want to do for almost any boss is what I like to do is I try to hold my right mouse until stun wears off, so I can kind of do my best to keep the enemy as stunned as possible. So just wait until the stars disappear off their head and fire it again, and you should be able to knock them down every time with your stun. And then you have two options. You can either do a continuous strafe to avoid attacks, or you just strafe as needed, like I'm doing right here, to avoid attacks. And that's pretty much it. And just activate your scout whenever it's up, to do extra burst and win. Your turtle should get in there and help out. I got some shoulders and some unholy spirits, and that's that, guys. That is the Ranger class, and I hope you guys found this helpful. I think I covered pretty much everything, so stay tuned for more guides on classes later after I play them. So yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.